What's up, y'all? Thank you for tuning in to DUSAFARMS. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about, boom, a bag. Well, not just any ordinary bag. We got a bag within the bag. We got grove bags in this bag. So we got the bag in the bag. You know what I'm saying? We get into the bag, get the bread by any means necessary. But anyways, we're going to be talking about the grove bags. I did a video previously talking about them, but I kind of left some things out in my review. You can see I already started to open it a little bit. So I got like a glimpse. I seen there was a yellow bag in it. I was like, you know what, let me just do a video on it. I could talk about the things I left out. But I was like, you know what, I could take this time to talk about some more stuff. I could talk about the smell and whatnot. But first, let's get it open, and I want to, you know, a little unboxing or unmailing, whatever. All right. Oh, we got a bunch. I'm not going to lie. They shout out to Grove Bags. They did send a bunch of these. I already bought like 3 half-pound ones, and I was good with that, and I was going to order some more because I really like them. One thing about me is once I start fucking with something, I fuck with it heavy. Like, starting out, I started in mason jars right away. I tried different type of jars. I tried different type of bags, and then it was like whatever, you know. But when I got to grove bags, it was a complete difference. So like I said, when I started fucking with something, like I went through some stuff to get to the point where like I'm fucking with you heavy, and like this was game changer to me. Somebody else, they might rock with mason jars. That might have been game changer from them. So, you know, to each his own. We all got our own opinion. We all got, you know, our own preference. And to me, grove bags just happen to be my preference. But without further ado, let's go ahead and check these out. All right, so first up, we got the comic book vibes. You know, the comic can present sativa. Now, indicas may be going in this. You know, I like to go with a lot of indica sativa. I'm like a hybrid type of guy, but at the same time, sometimes I be indica, sometimes I be sativa. It's all dependent. But a lot of the stuff I grow is hybrids. But I think that's pretty dope. I think it is pretty cool. I like the comic book vibe to it. I like that they do the custom. Now, me, when I first ordered, I just went with the regular one right out the gate. I want just the plain grove bag one. I was like, I don't need anything fancy. I was like, if I can customize my own, like, I don't know if you could do that through their website. Pretty sure you can, but you may be able to reach out to them. But, you know, if I was going to customize one, I would just customize my own. But other than that, I was like, I'm cool with just the regular. They all going to do the same job. They're just going to be different looks, which that one does have like a little window at the bottom. You can see the transparent window at the bottom. And it is for, yeah, quarter pound. So that's good. Next up, we got the 420, the weed leaf going on. I like the leaves inside all the 420. That's pretty good. This one doesn't have the transparent window, but guess what? This is probably holding a QP. I'm not sure what size it is, but it's fancy. You know, when you pull out some of this, somebody's like, oh, it's not a regular bag. You know, you got your friends or whatever, and they're not really into the growing, and you just, you know, you pull out a jar, it's whatever. You know, jars is ordinary, but when you pull out a custom bag, they're like, oh shit, that's dope. Maybe, you know, some people's friends might get easily excited about other stuff, but I think for the most part, if I pull something out, they gonna be like, oh, is that your bag? I'm like, nah, I actually got it from Grove Bags. Next up, oh, we got the 50 Nifty United States right here. All right, where this was grown. Oh, where was this grown? Okay, on the back. You just like put like, hey, this strand was grown over here or whatever. So that's cool. It's got like the geolocation. Oh, and you got a little marker right here. You can put how many weeks it's cured. Over here, I can't even read what that says. You can talk about the odor. Now I am going to talk about the odor because I did leave some stuff out in my review, so I do want to talk about that. I do want to quickly talk about the odor. Matter of fact, since that was brought up. Actually, you know, I'll save that all to the end. Let me just get through all these. Another one, Cannon Museum, same thing. Got the 50 Nifty on the back. Oh, see, now I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man. Now this is White Widow, but it's still a spider, so it reminds me of Spider-Man. That's a cool little bag. This is a little smaller one, more personal, like a, you know, like a little quarter. Nothing crazy, but it's cool. You know, the fact that they sent me all this, when they said they reached out to me and said they wanted to send some stuff, so I was like, of course. I was about to buy some from you guys, but the fact that you want to send them to me, why not? Now this right here, I like the design of it. It's like a little mail. It's like a little envelope. So that's pretty cool. You got your apples or those tomatoes. It'd be even more ironic if it was tomatoes up there, because, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm growing tomatoes. That's cool. We got another one of those in the like yellowish green, and it happens to have lemon on the back. So if you're growing a lemon strain, like a little citrusy, that's cool. What else? I think that's all of them, and then some slaps. They sent a bunch of stickers. They sent like tons of stickers, like 5-6 different stickers. Now let's talk about some stuff. I left a lot out in my review. I left like the smell out. A lot of people in the comment section like, hey, what about the smell, or how long can you cure them in there? Like, how long can they sit in there? Do you need to heat seal it for the smell to like not come out, or for longevity, do you need to heat seal it? And all this, which in that review I talked about things like the actual like preserving the terpenes, the humidity. You know, they hold the humidity pretty well. They're, you know, some bags you could put your butt in there, and if you say you put your butt in there, it's at 60%, and then next thing you know, it's fluctuating based off the room temperature because the bag's just not securing it and locking in the humidity. So these bags definitely lock it in. So if I put in something in there at 60%, it's locked in at 60. It's staying there. Now, if I put something in there that's too wet, obviously it's too wet, so it's going to need to dry a little bit. Obviously the humidity is going to go up because it's not dry enough. But when you put some dried flour in there, it's going to hold well. Now, smell is the one that I left out, and a lot of people are asking. A lot of people like the Grove bags. A lot of people say they use them, they can't use anything else, and that's how I feel. Mason jars, just not for me. I don't really care for it. You know, you say you're trying to go somewhere, you got the clinking, for one, the noise, you know, and just the ease of use compared to the bag. Like, the bags are way easier to use than something like that. It's bulkier, heavier. And say you want to take a backpack full, you know, you go on a little trip with your friends, and next thing you know, hey, you run into your friends trying to catch up, clink, 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 clink. You know, you got somebody thinking like, oh, does that dude got pickles? Like, you know, like, you got all these jars clinking. So that's one reason. I mean, it's not a big reason. Most people are probably just keeping their stuff at the house, bringing it out, putting it in the bag, and taking it with them to go. I'm assuming not everybody's running with jars full, but some people are. As far as smell, I'm telling you, I put, literally after that video, a lot of people asking about smell. I put the same flour in mason jars, and I put them in some bags, the Grove bags. You know what I'm saying? Like, really same thing. I'm not noticing a difference. I'm not noticing this smell. I pop them open, boom. Both are strong, you know what I'm saying? Both are loud. Something else I talked about was the cost. I feel like these are well more than worth it as compared to mason jars. Mason jars are fairly expensive. They're cheap now, but at the same time, when you're producing a lot more, it's hard to fit a lot. You got to buy a lot more mason jars, and that's just taking up so much room with the mason jars. Yes, you can get the bigger ones, but when you think about buying a gallon mason jar, you're thinking you're going to fit a lot more in there than what you expecting. So it's like, that's like $16 right there, or I think that's $16-20 for the gallon one. To me, it's just not worth it when you can go buy, for that same price, you can go buy 2-pound bags, 3-pound bags. You can go buy a couple of these bags. So I feel like the Grove bags are definitely worth it in the cost. Now, the smell, like I talked about, some people were saying, they were asking like, hey, do I need to heat seal it and all this? To me, I like to get my money's worth. I'm a cheap person. Like I said, I was gonna buy some more of these just because I need more bags. I'm still using those same bags. Like, those bags are gonna have to break before I stop using them. Like, I'm gonna get my use out of them. I've been got my money's worth out of them. I got a couple harvests in them. But the thing is, I like to get my money's worth. So I'm gonna keep using the bag. I'm not heat sealing no bag. If I wanted to heat seal something, I'm gonna vacuum seal. I'm just gonna go with the vacuum seal bags, and I'm gonna heat seal it. So me personally, you guys can do that if you're gonna store it long term. But me, stuff's being stored max 2-3 months and it's gone. To me, heat sealing just isn't worth it because I'm going to be constantly opening the bags, going in there, grabbing some more out. So I'm not heat sealing any of my bags. Like I said, the bag's going to have to break before I throw them away and stop using them. The heat sealing is just, shortening the life of the bag because you're going to get so many uses out of it. You're going to heat seal it, and you could probably neatly trim that heat seal up, and you still got the lock right there, the zip lock, and you'll be just fine. But from there, like, you can't really heat seal it too much more unless you're going to heat seal past the ziplock. But for me, like I said, smell, they hold smell well. I don't see any smell coming out. And when I open a bag, of course, you're getting pack-a-punched. But for me, the smell is good compared to mason jars. I feel like they're on the same spectrum of that. I don't feel like one outweighs the other by too much. So, there may be a small percentage if you had a machine to calculate, the odor of it. If you put it next to the smell-o-vision, be like, hey, which one smells stronger? Maybe one could be like point whatever, however you measure smell, like 0.1 better than the other, but I don't really see the difference being that. Like I said, the preservation of it, I found that my buds were way better. I don't know if I was just doing things wrong in the mason jars, but to me, my bud was way better coming out of these bags, and that's what made a game changer for me. That's why I said I can see myself, I'm going to constantly use this unless something better comes out, or unless they make a better product of theirs. Like Grove bags, I'm rocking with them. I like them. They got all types of stuff. They got stuff from home grower all the way up to commercial grower. They got actual bags, bigger bags, the turkey bags. Like, they got stuff for production. So I'm really going to rock with them heavy because I just can't see myself, like, it game changing, because I would have stuff. It would, after like curing it, I go in there, I'm like, dang, this ain't what I first had. The smell's dying down. Maybe, and then lack of knowledge, I probably didn't have them in there at the right humidity, but I would keep a hygrometer in there so I would know it was at like 62%. So maybe it's how I was storing those glass jars. But for me, the bags have definitely been way better to me than mason jars. And to me, if I were rating them against each other, like, I don't want to give it a 10 because I don't think, like, everything could always be, like, there could always be something improved about every product. I would say like a 9.5. I'm going in 0.5 increments, or if I could give like a 9.9. I don't want to give a perfect 10 because I feel like they're going to come out with something better in the coming years and be like, oh, well, now does this make this a 10, or my previous 10 is no longer a 10? Like if something improves, is it the new 10? You know what I'm saying? Like how can this be, how is that a 10 if this is now better than it? That's what I'm pretty much getting at. So to me, I feel like grove bags are worth it. I'm not going to be using mason jars. I'm going to keep using grove bags. I highly recommend them. They are fairly cheap, but at the same time, you don't have to get them. You're curing what you want to cure and store when you want to store. And if you're just storing and leaving your plants right there, hang drying them and just clipping as you go, smoking them, so be it. It's all up to you. It's your opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own preference. But I do appreciate you guys for stopping by, watching the video. Go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And then until next time, guys, peace. This video is brought to you with the help of the channel's sponsors. Spider Farmer is a familiar name to most home growers, and that's due to the countless people that use their products. I'm currently using their SE5000 LED grow light, which is a 500 watt light, and I'm using that in my 4x4 tent. This light fits perfectly within my tent and offers max light coverage throughout the entire canopy. I'm honestly a huge fan of the bar style lights, and they do it right over at Spider Farmer, but the main reason I'm attracted to this light is due to the aesthetic and the accents of the orange that these lights, it just caught my eye, and it's part of the logo color, so I had to go with that. They have a huge variety of LEDs ranging from 30 watts all the way up to 1,000 watts, so it's safe to say there's something in there for all growers. If you're interested in checking out any other products, check out the links down below in the description. They'll lead you straight to their website, as well as Spider Farmer being nice enough to give us a discount code. So at checkout, make sure you use code DUSAFARMS and earn yourself a discount. Yes, I do earn commission from referrals, but it's only 3%, so it's not a lot, but at the end of the day, any purchase will help out the channel a lot.